So now let's start and just get some beats and some vibe to these chords by adding some beats. Just some basic deep house top loops that I have here. Let's just browse for something that will go on with these chords, and just to get these kind of vibes and feel of the chords. All right, I think I need to lower down the tempo a bit. Let's just import that one. Okay, so let's just add in some loops here. We will choose the deep house pack that Apple has delivered us, and let's just choose the beats. These we can play at the same time as we play the chords, so let's do that. We just have something there to feel the vibe of the chords, so that is nice. And now let's just go on with some bass, and let's just use the battery plugin that we had added on earlier in the course. So what I would do here first is to have this bass set on note C, so we can play this bass sound as it should be on our keyboard, because now the root note on this sample is G, and yeah, so when I play C on my MIDI keyboard, it will actually play a note G on this bass, basically. So what we need to do is to transpose this sample, and we need to transpose this sample that much so that so we can have the C note. So that will be let's see here. If we play G sharp, actually, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 up. So let's just tune this for up, and now we should have a C note when we play C on our MIDI keyboard. Let's see if this works with the chords. Let's have it just a bit higher than the chords just so we can hear it. I think this would be better, A actually. The samples can often be tuned differently than it's stated here, so we would just use the A. No, I don't think that bass sound would work with this track actually. So what I'm aiming for in this track is the Michael Calfan tracks that I always like. I really like his style of making deep house or future house sounds. I will show you what I mean by playing one of his tracks. So here I have my iTunes, and let's go on, and here I think I may have it here. No, let's just search after Michael. There I have a Treasure Soul, for instance. So you can hear it's a pretty much melodic track. It's not that much bass or bass sounds or evil kind of bass sounds that we have in some progressive tracks, or progressive house tracks. So I will just get on and make something like that. So what he does, he doesn't do chords like this, like playing all the time. He has it like this instead. So I just leave the first chord at every beat or every bar, and just leave out not the last one, but the one before that. Alright, so we need to fill up this space with some other sounds. And that is pretty good to do, because otherwise, if you had it the way that we had it before, it would just have the piano sounds playing all the time, and we can't like add up sounds to that because it would be too much sounds. So that is a pretty good method to do, to just strip off the sounds and to make space for other sounds here. So you can see that piano is just playing on the first beat at every bar, and we have room for other sounds in this every gap here. So that is a cool thing to do. What I always use for this kind of more organic sound or more real sounds is that I add a plugin called Omnisphere from Spectrosonics, and it's a pretty big plugin. It costs a bit, but it's real worth it. You will get the more organic sounds, and I know a lot of the pro producers uses Omnisphere in every single project. Even the more electronic sounds and even the more progressive sounds or EDM, like the real EDM festival tracks uses Omnisphere too, because you will have the small details, like the small plucky sounds, or that sounds organic and not so synthesized or not so computerized. So I will show you what I mean by that by just opening up a new software instrument and adding an Omnisphere to that. So I just double click the gray area here under, and I will get a new software instrument track. So yeah, let's go for an Omnisphere. All right, and now let's go for some, I don't know, bells and vibes maybe. Let's take off the solo. That sounds pretty different and organic for me. So I would just have the velocity processor again. I don't like the velocity on the keyboard. It can sound pretty natural to have the velocity go up and down all the time, but not this much. And when I play on my MIDI keyboard, I want the sound to be as loud as it can be. By that I don't mean like by mastering or have the volume up, just the notes and note velocity to be the maximum, so I can hear how it sounds. But so I don't need to have it slammer the keyboard all the time to hear the actual sound. So that is why I do that. Just choose the maximize velocity again. I don't know if this will fit with the chords, but I will mute that one because I like this kind of melody. We will adjust the tone or the notes to the root note of the chords later on. Okay, so just quantize this. Just copy a new one and make something else so it doesn't get boring. That's pretty good. So what we do with this one is to choose the command G, and I will join them together so I have a region. I always aim for regions that are 4 bars long, so it will get easier when I arrange out stuff. Okay, so now let's hear the chords. I don't remember the actual root note of them now. Okay, that's definitely not the same root note as these notes. Let's adjust the chords to because I like these ones more than the chords, but we'll see. pretty good, but I think I will select them all and just... That's pretty nice.